on to something, well, better. Let's get into a series that's starting new in our church today called Better. I am ready for something better. Are you ready for something better? And let me ask you this question. Have you ever felt like normal just isn't cutting it? Like normal just isn't working? I wonder if you can relate to my friend. Let's check this out. Because what? Normal isn't working. If you're like me, you tend to do the same stuff over and over and over, even though it's not working, and maybe it's time for a change. So I want to welcome everybody in the sanctuary. If you're joining us in the cafe, if you're joining us online, it's exciting to see the growing online crowd. And by the way, thank you to the technical and media people. You guys, you're having an open house, I think, next week. If you want to be a part of helping us get messages out to the world, join the media team. But it's great to have everybody joining us together. And we're in a series called Better. And actually, we have produced a study guide for this series that you can get in the lobby. And the intent of this is that you can follow along with your small group. A lot of our small groups will be adopting Better for the next 6 weeks. So we'll do the message on Sunday. Then you'll go to your small group. And if you'd like to get connected with a small group, on the Better series, you can meet Pastor Chris after the service and pick up the information in room 202. So the newcomers will go to 201, and the Better group leaders, if you want to be equipped to lead a Better group, meet Pastor Chris in room 202. That way, throughout all of our small groups and on Sundays for about 6 weeks, we'll be going through this material together. It's a really cool way to do that, and you can always check out gatewaysmallgroups.com. Let's look at Hebrews chapter 11. This is a verse I'd like us to read together. It's verse 40 of chapter 11. It's the easy to read version, so this should be easy to read. Can we say it out loud together? Let's read it. God plans something better for us. Today's message is titled Goodbye Normal, Hello Better. Because today is going to be a decision point for us. Today is an opportunity for us to say, you know, the way I've been living just isn't working. The way I've been approaching marriage, the way I'm doing my money, the way I'm approaching church or ministry or what, it's just not working at this level, and I just keep doing it over and over and over the same way, and it's time for a change. It's time to move to a place called Better. And the good news for us today is that God is making us an offer. God is offering us something better. It says He has planned something better. And so there is an offer on the table from heaven for every single one of us. It doesn't have to stay the way it is. It doesn't have to stay normal. It can move to a better place through the power of Jesus Christ. Now, when you talk about normal might sound attractive because we all kind of want normal, but when you stop and think that normal isn't working well, it's time to switch away from normal. The problem sometimes is normal. Normal can pull you back from better. Normal can be a roadblock. You know, well, this is the way I do it. I mean, this is how I roll, so I guess I'm stuck with it. No, you can change. And the gospel is a message about how your life can change and how things can move to a better place. Our habits and our behaviors and our mindsets, the way we think, has got to change. It's got to get better. And if we'll change our minds and change our habits, then our life can go to a better place. And only the Lord can really give us the power that we need to do that. We have to escape some of the normal patterns, right? How's normal working for you? Holding a grudge. Putting it on a credit card, right? Treating people poorly, ending up alone, skipping your time with God. Those things might seem normal. Trying to do it yourself, trying to make all your own decisions, never consulting with God, never letting God lead you, never really truly yielding yourself completely over to God. That might seem normal, but it's standing in the way of something better. Actually, normal is the enemy of better. Let me say a few things about normal. Normal is the enemy of better. It stands in the way and actually resists. So normal isn't as great as people make it out to. What we should long for, what we should thirst for in life is not normal. We should be thirsting for something better. Normal is easy. That's another issue with normal. And the reason most people just settle for normal and they stay with normal and they keep doing normal day after day after day, making the same dumb mistakes all the time, is because it's just easy to do that. Where did this extra 15 pounds around my midsection come out? Well, how did that happen? Like aliens invaded and they put it there, It's like, it's great. Well, it was easy. It was easy. You open up the credit card statement and you're shocked. Oh my God, how did I get $5,500 on this credit card? How did this happen? Well, it was easy. The speeding ticket I got 5 weeks ago. The second one this summer. It was easy. All I had to do was keep driving the way I was driving. That's all I had to do. I just had to stay with what was normal. And it's like God said, all right, now you're going to pay. And pay I have. And that brings me to the last part of it. Normal isn't working. It's costly. It's costly to keep making the same dumb choices, to keep doing the same crazy stuff and never address the fact that it can be different. You don't have to hit the car. You don't have to spill the milk. You don't have to keep plugging it into the faulty socket. You can change the socket. You can reroute yourself. You can pay attention when you're driving. Life can get better. Now, that's just on a very natural level. But I want to go deeper than just a natural level. I want the Spirit of God to go deep into our hearts to help us to understand that there are patterns about the way we think and the way we live and where we're at spiritually that also are just as normal, but just as unworkable. And God wants to do a deep work in our hearts. Now, the good news is this. If you think deeply with me about this, do you agree with this statement? Jesus Christ isn't normal. Do you agree with that statement? Jesus Christ isn't normal. What is he? He's better. And that's what the book of Hebrews is really all about. If you just dig in and look at the writer of Hebrews and what he's trying to say is that you guys are living in a certain way and there's fear and you have no confidence and you're losing your faith and you're losing your grip and all that. But life can get better, and it starts by looking to Jesus, who is better. The superiority of Jesus. So we look at Jesus, for example, and what he taught and what he did. You can read all about it in the Gospels, and it's so beautiful that everything he did was better. He wasn't normal. It's not normal to die on a cross. It's not normal to teach people to love people who hate them, to bless people who curse them. There's nothing normal about that. He says, if you're poor, give. If you want to be great, serve. That's not normal. There is nothing about the Christian life or message that is normal. It's letting go of what we've been doing and how we've been experiencing life to experience life on a whole different level. Look at Hebrews chapter 12, for example. There's so many better scriptures in Hebrews, but this one is good. It says, you've come to Jesus, the one who brought the new agreement from God to his people. There's a new covenant that God wants to make. And Hebrews describes it as a better covenant, right? He's brought you this new agreement from God to his people. You have come to the sprinkled blood, that blood of forgiveness, that blood that cleanses, that tells us about what? Better things. Everything Jesus stands for is to bring you into something better. Better than what you can do on your own, and better than what religion has done for you. Better than the law. Christ's covenant and all that he comes to bring is the story of a brand new life. Now, I want us to focus this morning on a great story. It's an encounter that Jesus himself had with a man that we don't know what his name is, but he's described as the rich young ruler. So we're going to go over into the 10th chapter of the book of Mark, and we're going to see how Jesus offers somebody a chance for better, and how the decisions that we make really determine everything about whether our life gets better or not. Let me just pause right here to say, those of you that are watching this in your small group as a part of the Better Study Guide, you can jump out right now and jump into your guide. Go to week number 1 in your Better Guide and finish this off during your group. Have a good discussion in your small group and work through the material that's in front of you. God bless you as you enjoy your small group.